Ooh, we got a good one today. We got a mystery conspiracy video, I guess, or a speculation video of sorts. This is all allegedly. What is up, boys? J-Danks here. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those cool things. Let's get into it. So, uh, probably last week, like I cruised around and I ended up on distro watch again for like the bajillionth time. Um, I'm not gonna say that I farm distro watch for content on my YouTube channel, but it is a tool that is involved. Well, I notice like just going into let's just go to the page. I noticed something. Let's see, can I get a thingy? Alright, we'll go right here. So there's ways that you can look through DistroWatch and find stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to find. If you go here to the waiting list, this is all sorts of stuff that they haven't reviewed and that hasn't been put into their little rotation list, blah, blah, blah. And if you scroll down a little bit, you get this right here. Projects with locale, language, and trademark concerns. So, a lot of these distros, I've looked at them. As you can tell, I've looked at a lot of this stuff. A lot of these are in some sort of Cyrillic language, either Russian or whatever, which makes sense because it's like who knows how to read that on that's involved with this site. I don't know. Maybe there is somebody, maybe there isn't. Maybe it's for political reasons that they're not doing it. I couldn't tell you. But I was looking at a bunch of these, and for context, we're gonna bring up Wikipedia, and we're gonna look something up real quick. So I know about this because I've been on the internet for a long time. Ooh, here we go. This is a symbol that those weirdos during World War II that did not very nice things would put on their stuff. It's a black sun. There's other speculation to this symbol being a lot older to that than that. Um, it being tied to ancient monolithic ruins and stuff. I don't know how real that is. I listen to a lot of Coast to Coast. I could be completely completely warped in my thinking on this. But anyway, this is a thing. That's a symbol. You see the symbol, right? So we can get out of here and not look at this anymore, right? So I'm coming through these and I'm like thinking, I'm like, trademark concerns, okay, I've seen some of that, people try to do the Windows stuff, or like they have one of these was like, I think it was like Pika OS. It literally had Pikachu on it, and like obviously you can't be doing that. But then I'm like, yo, Alien OS, that sounds fire. I'm a fan of X-Files. I like UFOs and shit. So I I go to look into this, and imagine my fucking shock. There's a fucking black sun right here, and I'm like, yo, come on, man, right? So I'm scrolling around. I'm like, okay, this is in German. I can't read this, so let's translate it. I'm literally going through the path of like what I did. I noticed some of these little symbols broke. So I'm like, minimalist design. I'm like, okay. I'm like, ooh, optional sysv in it. That's actually kind of based. Um, and I'm like, regolith i3, whatever. A lot of people have used this before. And I'm like, yo, is this really real? I'm like, they got the black sun right in the Neo fetch and everything. Like, this is like, how is this on the distro watch site, And not that I think that people with these opinions, they should be quelled, because ultimately that's a bad idea, because then you push them into the shadows and really gnarly stuff happens. And that's not always good. You want to keep an eye on people that do stuff like this, and that's my personal opinion. But anyway, um Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this is like really gross and like fucked up that this exists. And then I get down to the package list, and I wasn't paying attention to the top because there's other mention of this in the top, but I start seeing antics packages like right here. I'm like, antics queuing, and I'm thinking like, okay, like all those antics and MX people, they're they're pretty left wing. They're pretty far left. I could be mistaken, but I just that's the feeling I get from like MX, for instance, like looking and reading things. And then they got this weirdo guy that like does videos about it that like I don't know. It just gives me vibes. And me, I like to keep it as apolitical as possible. I think the politics is something that's currently ruining the world in a way that we've probably never seen before. So like I'm very apolitical, and I'm like seeing this stuff and I'm like, okay, and then I scroll back up and I see MX Linux and I'm like, oh, wait, what? And like it links. Okay, it links, but that doesn't mean that these people are condoning this, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm stringing along slow. Anyway, so I see a couple things. I see they take donations here. And then, they take all this sort of stuff like, oh yeah, hey. Wait, what? They took their XMR off of the page. Interesting. There was a wallet here. Huh. But anyway, I see all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, they can just get your wallet and trace back to who you are, like whatever your exchange you're using, if you donate to this, or like, right here. And not that like I'm trying to like help Nazis out or something, but I just feel like this is a stupid thing to fall for, you know? Um, oh yeah, yeah, dox your banking info, dude. Yeah, totally do it. Yeah. Click right here. um, so then, as I'm scrolling up through this, I see in here, they didn't even take this out. Okay, what is something that we all know about the type of people that this is for? They don't like gay people, right? So I'm like looking at this, and they're like, what's this video? And then I'm like, okay, it's going through some wallpapers. Interesting. And then it switches to a rainbow. There's a rainbow right there, dude. So I'm like, okay, somebody's got it. There's something fishy up here. Because if this was really for those kind of people, they would have switched that out. You know what I mean? And is that the tell? Is that the tell that this is some sort of weird leftist honeypot, or even possibly a government honeypot? Is that what's going on here? Like a really basic i3 like regolith configuration? I don't know. I wouldn't install this personally. I don't know what's in it. I wouldn't install it. I wouldn't install it anyway because of obvious reasons. I wouldn't even dare chance clicking the download link for this. I feel sketchy looking at this site. Like some weirdo with like blue hair is gonna show up to my door and point a finger at me. Like, listen, this is for exploration purposes. You weirdos out there. If this is what I think it is, this is for exploration purposes. I do not condone these type of thinking or behavior. Just to put that out there. But yeah, that's my little discovery. There's no real I'm not installing this. You're not getting a tour. I mean, it's not even anything really that interesting anyway. It's i3, dude. Hey, you want a tour of i3? I'm using it right now. Look. See? There you go. i3. Anyway, that's my video for today. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. Um, don't download this. Just don't do it. It seems like a bad idea. All right, peace out, dudes.